Yo, what's up, guys? I'm the Gabe Sensation.
And this is Guns in My Face here.
And we are the Voyagers. Welcome back to another vlog. Today we're going to talk about two important topics today that I know people suffer in their day in, day out life, or especially now since quarantine's happened. I know you guys feel a little bit lonely. Especially the two things we're going to talk about today is about anxiety and depression, especially right now since what's going on, when it feels lonely and all this stuff, or especially if you suffer from it. We're going to tell you 3 helpful tools on how to stop it or how to treat yourself. Just a little helpful tool. So right now, we're going to get some ice cream and we're going to talk about those 3 topics, all right? So let's get out of here.
Before we get to that.
What happened, bro? What happened?
I know last video, I was kind of cursing a lot.
What are we talking about? Yeah, because I had to edit the whole thing.
All right.
Because you were cursing so much.
All right. So, just to prevent that from happening again and not let YouTube...
Now, who's this guy?
Not let YouTube cut us off or anything, I need to let something off my chest.
What happened, bro? What happened?
Fuck, shit, ass. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go.
Alright guys, we are now at McDonald's. Forget about ice cream, we are now at McDonald's. We got the meals right here, we got the meals. So, for number one is you gotta keep yourself busy. What I mean by keep yourself busy is find something you love, find something you like to do, because if you're anxious and depressed and you keep yourself busy, you'll never have to feel that anxious or that depression, because if you keep yourself busy, say if you like art, if you want to draw. If you like to play an instrument, play an instrument. If you like to play sport, play sport. If you like to hang out with your friends, hang out with your friends. Do anything to keep yourself busy, because when you keep yourself busy, you'll forget all that pain in your brain. And because if you don't do anything, you just sit down and really harp on those feelings, you will never feel better. I promise you, because I do that all the time, and I promise you, it's never a good thing.
Gabe is absolutely right. Now, personally for me, I'm actually dealing with a family problem right now. Actually, my brother has passed away, so obviously I'm dealing with a family problem, but I knew that me staying home and me not doing anything obviously is not going to make the situation any better with my anxiety problems and my depression problems. So now I'm here. I'm getting McDonald's, just had ice cream. We're here, and I'm just enjoying life as it is, and that's what everybody else should do to cope with their anxiety, with their depression. Keep yourself busy. Call a friend. Be outside, take a walk, get McDonald's, do whatever you want. Just keep yourself busy. That's the ultimate goal.
Ruben's 100% right, especially now since we're in quarantine. I know a lot of you guys are just playing video games and doing all that kind of stuff. I promise you, yeah, it kind of helps, but it won't help. Just please, just call your friend. If you're not really scared of the quarantine stuff, call a friend. Make sure they're nice and healthy, or just do stuff you like. What he's saying, get McDonald's, get some food, go for a drive. Just keep yourself busy. So once you keep yourself busy, you feel a lot better, and you like to distract yourself much more. All right. So now let's go to the second spot.
All right, guys. Now the second topic that me and Gabe would like to talk about is working on yourself.
Work on yourself. And what we mean by work on yourself is, I know especially if you're struggling with depression or anxiety, or like something like anger issues, because I suffer from anxiety and anger issues, and you have to work on yourself, stuff like that. And what I mean by working on yourself, you don't have to go to therapy. I mean like right now, YouTube video. You go to YouTube videos, or go to someone who actually had experience with the case you have. And I honestly generally mean that, because why stay in the same place? Why struggle with your anxiety? Why always get angry for no reason? Why get depressed? Why hurt yourself? And you better not hurt yourself. I'm being serious. Why do those things? You need to work on yourself. And I mean, it doesn't have to be mental stuff. It can be a sport. It can also be an instrument. You just learn to practice your instrument. Better yourself in any way you could. Because the more you better yourself, the better you get. And it's just awesome. This is great at the end of the road.
He makes a very valid point. Now when we talk about these topics, sometimes it doesn't have to be mental issues. Sometimes it can just be in general, in life in general. You can be You can better yourself at a sport that you're interested in. You can better yourself in a hobby that you're interested in. Any case, this topic is always gonna be relevant. Working on yourself. You always need to, like, sometimes you just need to take time alone to really think about how to better yourself, how to go a step further in life, because that's the most important part. That's the most important part is getting a step forward in life. I know sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we might think, hey, we might not go the next step. Me and Gabe always think that, and that's okay. But at the same time, you're not alone. That is something that you always need to think about. That you're not alone. When you think about that, you know, like you'll get better. You get better. Just think about that. Like, just anything possible, you know, to cope with your anxiety, cope with your depression, whatever. Even getting better at your anxiety, at your depression, you're already working on yourself right there. Just work on yourself, you know? It's hard, that's okay, but you gotta do it.
Exactly. What Ruben was just saying about, you know, you feel discouraged about who you are, like, because you have a mental disability or a mental issue, or even like you're not good at something. Don't feel discouraged. Just keep on working on yourself, because I know a lot of people in my life that has been in the same exact spot because they don't admit to any of their faults. If you don't admit to your issues or admit to your problems, you will never get better. You have to admit first, then work on it, and learn how to cope with your issues, especially with anxiety and depression. When it comes to a sport or to a physical or instrument, you know, just, all right, if someone's better than me, don't take it as a disadvantage, take it as an advantage, because when you know someone's better than you, you just have to work harder to be better than that person, and that's just how you gotta do it. So I'm gonna get gas real quick, and Ruben's gonna take the camera real quick, so let's get it.
Catch you guys later.
Look at this. $237. That is so cheap. Damn you, quarantine. Damn you. And alright, and so for step 3 is set goals for yourself. And what I mean by set goals for yourself, I mean like actually set goals for yourself. If you want to be like the next best American football player, best soccer player, you want to be the next greatest artist, you need to set goals for yourself. Because if you don't set goals for yourself, you just drift around and you end up nowhere. And when you do that, it's pointless. What's the point of even living if you don't have goals for yourself? Like my goal is I want to be the next best DJ. The best next DJ or the best next actor. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get as many gigs as possible, and I'm also trying to get as much as casting calls as possible. And that's how I'm going to set my goals. And I especially want to be the next personal trainer. So how I'm going to do that, I'm going to work out harder. I'm going to study as hard as I can so I can become the next personal trainer. You need to set goals for yourself. If you don't set goals for yourself, you're not going to end up anywhere. You're going to end up nowhere, and I promise you that.
Gabe's absolutely right. You know, there's a lot of people out there that's suffering what's going on right now, and like one of the main reasons is that they don't have no direction. They don't know what they want to do in life, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But at the same time, you're not really helping yourself. You're not making the situation even better just by laying around and accepting everything that's coming at you. Obviously, you got to but you got to set something. You got to make sure that you have some type of plan down the line. It can be a 1-year plan, 2-year plan, whatever the case may be. You need to have some type of plan that you can be proud of, and that will obviously help you cope with your anxiety, with your depression, with everything that's going on that you're dealing with.
Exactly, everyone's, like I said, he's totally right. It can be a 1-year plan. You know, you don't have to have 100 goals. You need to have at least 1 to 2 goals, maybe 3 or 4. You know, nothing more than that. And you just need to figure out what you like and what you want to do for the rest of your life. It doesn't have to be your future goal. It can just be a short-term goal. Short-term goal is like working out. A long-term goal is your career. So you need to figure out what you want as your goal to achieve, you know, your life. Because what's the point of living if you have no goals and nothing to achieve? Then you're just living. Like, especially now in quarantine, I know you guys are just playing video games and just sit down on your couch watching Netflix. You know, yeah, it's okay once in a while, but like quarantine is especially the best time to do this. Like, you have so much free time to do what you like or you want to do. If you want to learn a language, do it now. If you want to learn a subject, do it now. Because if you don't, I promise you, because I know it. Especially the ones that want to work out. By the time the quarantine's over, I know you're not going to do it, or you're going to start even later. So start now, because when you start now, it'll be much easier in the long run. So that's the end for this video. Again, I'm the Gabe Sensation.
And this is Gun to My Face here.
And we are the Voyagers. Please leave a like. Please comment below on the next video.
And make sure that you guys subscribe. And make sure that you guys stay safe.
Stay safe. All right? See you next week.